Star of Bethlehem. The Star of Bethlehem is a celestial phenomenon mentioned in the Gospel of Matthew, which guided the Magi to the birthplace of Jesus. Many Christians believe it was a miraculous sign from God, heralding the arrival of the Messiah. Scholars and scientists, however, have proposed various natural explanations, including a planetary conjunction, a supernova, or even a comet. Some theories suggest that the star was actually the planet Jupiter, which ancient astrologers associated with kingship. Another possibility is that it was a rare astronomical alignment that symbolized an important event. Others, more skeptically, argue that the story is symbolic rather than historical. Despite extensive research, no definitive explanation has been agreed upon. The mystery of the Star of Bethlehem continues to captivate both believers and scientists alike. Angel encounters. Throughout history, people have reported encounters with beings they believe to be angels. These experiences range from visions of radiant, winged figures to interactions with ordinary-looking strangers who appear in moments of crisis. Some stories describe angels as beings of light, while others depict them as comforting presences or guides. Many believers see these encounters as divine interventions, offering protection, guidance, or miraculous assistance. Skeptics argue that such experiences may be psychological phenomena, coincidences, or misinterpretations of events. Despite the skepticism, angelic encounters continue to be a significant part of many religious traditions. Books, personal testimonies, and religious texts are filled with accounts of these mysterious occurrences. Whether real or imagined, angelic encounters provide comfort and inspiration to millions around the world. Marian Apparitions. Marian apparitions are reported visions of the Virgin Mary appearing to individuals or groups. Some of the most famous apparitions include those at Guadalupe, Mexico, 1531, Lourdes, France, 1858, and Fatima, Portugal, 1917. These visions often include messages from Mary urging prayer, repentance, and devotion to God. The apparitions at Fatima included 3 prophetic secrets, one of which foretold significant global events. Many Catholics believe these appearances are divine interventions, reinforcing faith and moral teachings. Skeptics argue that the visions could be hallucinations, psychological phenomena, or mass hysteria. In some cases, church authorities investigate and declare certain apparitions as worthy of belief, though belief is not required. Marian apparitions remain a source of faith, controversy, and fascination. Weeping and bleeding icons. Religious icons, statues, and paintings of Jesus, Mary, and saints have been reported to weep tears or even bleed. These events are often considered miracles by believers, signifying divine messages or warnings. Some of the most famous cases include the Weeping Madonna in Toronto, Canada, and a bleeding Jesus icon in Bethlehem's Church of the Nativity. Some statues have even been reported to exude oil, which believers see as a sign of healing and grace. Scientists and skeptics argue that these occurrences could be due to condensation, fraud, or natural chemical reactions. Investigations into these events rarely produce conclusive results, leaving them a matter of faith. The Catholic Church sometimes investigates but remains cautious in officially recognizing them as miracles. Many believers flock to sites of reported weeping icons, hoping to witness the phenomenon. Regardless of explanations, these occurrences continue to inspire devotion and wonder. Stigmata. Stigmata refers to the mysterious wounds that appear on a person's body, resembling the wounds of Christ's crucifixion. The phenomenon dates back to Saint Francis of Assisi, 1186 to 1226, the first recorded stigmatist. Some stigmatics, like Padre Pio, exhibited these wounds for decades, often accompanied by reports of miraculous healings and visions. Many believe stigmata is a divine sign of deep spiritual connection to Christ's suffering. Skeptics, however, argue that stigmata could be self-inflicted, psychosomatic, or even fraudulent. In some cases, medical examinations have failed to provide clear explanations, adding to the mystery. The Catholic Church investigates stigmata claims cautiously, recognizing only a few as authentic. Whether miraculous or psychological, stigmata remains one of the most enigmatic religious phenomena. Incorruptibles. The term incorruptibles refers to the bodies of saints and holy individuals that remain remarkably preserved long after death. Many of these bodies are displayed in churches and shrines, appearing untouched by decay despite the passage of centuries. Some famous examples include Saint Bernadette Soubirous, Saint Catherine Labouré, and Saint Clare of Assisi. The Catholic Church sees incorruptibility as a sign of divine favor, though not necessarily proof of sainthood. Scientists suggest natural explanations, such as environmental factors, embalming techniques, or even genetic resistance to decay. In some cases, later examinations have revealed hidden preservation techniques, calling the miraculous nature into question. However, others remain unexplained, fueling ongoing fascination. Whether miraculous or scientific, incorruptible saints continue to inspire awe and devotion. Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin is a linen cloth that bears the faint image of a crucified man, believed by many to be Jesus Christ. It is one of the most studied religious relics, with debates raging over its authenticity for centuries. The image appears to depict a man who suffered wounds consistent with Roman crucifixion, including scourging and a crown of thorns. Radiocarbon dating in 1988 suggested the cloth originated between 1260 and 1390 AD, indicating a medieval forgery. However, some researchers argue that the carbon dating was flawed due to contamination or errors in sample selection. Others propose that the image was created by an unknown natural process or even a burst of energy during resurrection. Despite scientific scrutiny, no definitive explanation has been found for how the image was formed. The shroud continues to be a source of faith, mystery, and debate. Ark of the Covenants. The Ark of the Covenant is a sacred chest described in the Bible as containing the 10 Commandments given to Moses. According to the Old Testament, the Ark was constructed under God's command and was carried by the Israelites during their journey to the Promised Land. It was believed to hold immense power, capable of parting rivers, bringing down walls, and even causing death to those who touched it unlawfully. Some theories suggest it functioned as a divine transmitter, allowing communication with God. However, the Ark's fate remains a mystery, as it vanished from historical records after the Babylonian conquest of Jerusalem. Some believe it is hidden in Ethiopia, while others think it was destroyed or lost forever. The Ark has inspired countless legends, books, and movies, including Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Its true location, if it still exists, remains unknown. Papal Prophecies. Various Catholic popes have reportedly made prophecies about the future of the Church and the world. One of the most famous prophetic figures is Saint Malachy, a 12th century Irish bishop who allegedly predicted the reign of every pope up to the present day. His list, known as the Prophecy of the Popes, contains cryptic descriptions of each pontiff, with some interpretations claiming uncanny accuracy. Pope Pius XII reportedly had visions of great suffering coming to mankind, describing events that some believe correspond to World War II and beyond. Pope Pius IX also spoke of a coming time of persecution and upheaval for the Church. Skeptics argue that many of these prophecies are vague, open to interpretation, or written after the fact. Nevertheless, some believers see them as divine warnings about future trials. The fascination with papal prophecies endures, especially during times of crisis in the Church. Healing power of prayer. The belief in the healing power of prayer has existed for centuries across various religious traditions. Many faithful claim that prayer can bring physical and emotional healing, sometimes even leading to miraculous recoveries. Scientific studies on prayer's effectiveness have produced mixed results, with some suggesting positive effects while others find no measurable impact. Some researchers propose that prayer may have psychological benefits, reducing stress and promoting a positive mindset, which can aid recovery. Others believe there is a deeper, spiritual force at work, intervening in ways science cannot explain. Critics challenge prayer's efficacy by pointing out cases where prayers seem unanswered, particularly in severe illnesses. Despite the debate, millions around the world turn to prayer for comfort, hope, and healing. Whether viewed as a miracle or a psychological phenomenon, prayer continues to be a powerful force in religious life. This channel achieved monetization naturally in just 4 months, but with the right approach, you could hit this milestone in just 30 days. For more details, see the description or the pinned comment. If you enjoyed this video, don't miss our next one. Top 10 Most Famous Religious Converts. Discover the incredible stories of people who made life-changing faith journeys. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned.